Mario and Sonic. Two gaming icons joined together to compete in the Olympic Games, but this time around, it's the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. To be honest, this installment's my least favorite in the series, but I still love it a lot, because it has a few fun modes, some difficulty, excellent music, but most importantly, several fun events to play. Today, I'm counting down my top 10 favorite Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games events. These mouthfuls are really getting on my nerves. Just my opinion and no one else's, I'm only speaking for myself. Furthermore, I will not be counting dual versions as separate events, and I'll only be counting events from the Wii U version and not the 3DS one. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go. Quickly before I begin, for those of you who voted for Rio in that poll I posted, you're welcome. Kicking off this list is beach volleyball. In this event, two teams of two are playing volleyball on a beach. Duh. Using the gamepad, players must serve, bump, set, spike, and even block the ball to get points, and the first team to 6 points wins the event. However, it's Mario and Sonic, so it's not just simple volleyball. Players can also use special spikes, which are much harder to return than normal ones. Also, the spike's effect depends on the user's type: all around, speed, skill, or power. This event is just fun, especially with the special spikes. I also just like volleyball as a sport. It's pretty fun to play and even watch. That is why beach volleyball earns 10th place. Ninth place is table tennis. I promise the rest of this list will not be identical to London's. In this event, two players, with paddles, must hit a ball back and forth to each other, as table tennis goes. Failing to do so results in the other player scoring a point, and the first player to reach 6 points is the winner. However, again, this is Mario and Sonic, so it's not just simple table tennis. Like in beach volleyball, players can use special shots. These are much harder to hit back than ordinary shots, and yes, its effect depends on what type the user is. So this event is pretty simple, but that's just it. It's nice and simple. It's also fun, especially with the special shots. Sorry for using the same joke twice. That's what gives table tennis 9th place. Eighth place is archery. In this event, players are, aiming at targets and shooting arrows at them, trying their best to hit the center. The closer the arrow hits to the center, the more points the player will score per target, and the highest scoring player after 3 ends wins the event. However, there's more to it than this. There's wind, which can drastically affect an arrow's flight path, meaning that when aiming at a target, you must take it into consideration. Also, there are hazards, such as wooden boards, which will cover targets, and enemies, which will take targets away. With these, and the sight wobble I forgot to mention, hitting the bullseye, or even the target at all, is significantly harder. This event is quite fun, has fun to use controls, and from time to time is a little bit challenging. That's enough for archery to shoot into 8th place. Coming in at 7th place is football, or soccer if you're American. In this event, two teams of 4, or if the goalie counts 5, must kick a ball in the other team's goal, while at the same time protecting their own goal. Each successful goal scores the team responsible 1 point, and the team with the most points after the final period wins the event. Players can also pass the ball to teammates and steal it from opponents, as soccer goes. Sorry, that's all there really is to gameplay. This event is nice and simple, and overall quite fun. It also works for strategy, since it's possible to aim goal kicks with the joystick to get them past the goalie. Just wanted to point that small information out. With this, football kicks its way into 7th place. Sixth place is Javelin Throw. In this event, 8 players take turns throwing a javelin across a long track. They must first run to build up momentum, then aim, and finally throw the javelin. Each player gets 3 throws, with the best one counting as their overall score, and the highest scoring player at the end is the winner. This event is very fun and requires good timing, since to get the most distance, players must throw the javelin at just the right time. They must also be careful to start aiming at just the right time, since if they do so too early, the javelin won't fly as far, and if too late, they may cross the line and foul. So, just in case it isn't clear, Javelin Throw is very fun and even a bit challenging, which is why it's number 6 on this list. Fifth place is BMX. In this event, each player is riding a bicycle on a dirt track and must pedal all the way to the finish line. However, they shouldn't pedal too much, since doing so will drain their stamina quickly. To regain stamina, players can jump off ramps and perform spin tricks in midair, as well as ride rails. They can also fill the stamina meter by pressing up on the joystick when landing and when going down hills, which also gives them a speed boost. The first player to reach the finish line is the winner. This event is quite fun and unique, and a bit challenging as well. I also have a lot of fun doing spin tricks off of ramps. Man, that's a riot. And side note, I've always enjoyed bike riding. For those reasons, BMX rides right into 5th place. Fourth place is equestrian. In this event, 8 players take turns riding a horse through an obstacle course. They must dash, jump over hurdles, and avoid obstacles, all with good timing. Doing so will score them points, and the player with the most points after crossing the finish line is the winner. This event is, again, very fun and unique, and requires good timing. It's not particularly challenging, but not every event needs to be enjoyable. Also, in my opinion, Rio's rendition of equestrian is way better than London's. And another side note, I really enjoy watching horse races in equestrian sports. All that is enough for equestrian to giddy up right into 4th place. I don't care how stupid that pun was, I needed some sort of time-killing epilogue. Third place goes to boxing. In this event, 2 players are boxing. You know, punching each other with huge leather gloves. They must keep doing so until one of them falls, at which point the fallen player must press buttons at the right time to get back up. Players can also sidestep to dodge body shots, and block to protect from face shots. Also, as players both give and take damage, their special meter will charge, and when fully charged, the player can unleash a special attack, which is much more powerful than a regular punch, and therefore causes opponents much more damage. To win, the player must knock his or her opponent down 3 times in one round, resulting in a total knockout, or TKO for short. The player also wins if the opponent fails to press the buttons at the right time when down. This event is unique and extremely fun, and I sometimes enjoy watching boxing in real life. All that earns boxing 3rd place. Running up is 4 by 100 meter relay. In this event, 4 teams of 4 race on a 400 meter track and take turns passing a baton to an incoming teammate, or the finish line in the anchor's case. The first runner starts the relay by running when the announcer starts the race, and if timed well, he or she will get a speed boost. He or she must then dash 100 meters toward his or her teammate, the second runner, and pass the baton over. If the pass is timed well, the receiver will get a speed boost. The second runner must then do the same with the third runner, then him/her with the anchor. Once the anchor receives the baton, he or she must dash to the finish line in hopes of arriving before any opponents. If done, that runner's team wins. Also, while the baton-wielding runner is approaching, the receiver must press 3 buttons in order to charge up his/her special dash, which will make the whole team move faster. Amo los juegos de carreras, as well as teamwork-based games, and ones that require good timing. 4 by 100 meter relay has all these qualities, which is why it's easily my second favorite event. Mención honorífica Olimpiadas! 14th place is 100 meter freestyle. 8 players are in a pool, competing in a swimming race. The first one to swim to the other end and back wins. I don't actually like this event that much, but seeing as this game only has 14 events, I kinda had to include it, i.e. it's my least favorite event. Well, I guess it is a race, so... 13th place is 100 meters. 8 players are racing on a 100-meter track. They must start running at just the right time to get a speed boost, sprint until their special dash is fully charged, then unleash said special dash, all to reach the finish line. The first player to do so wins. This one is just fun and a nice and simple racing game. Sorry, that's all. 12th place is rhythmic gymnastics. 8 players take turns performing a long, elegant dance with 2 maracas. They must score points by pushing and or holding the appropriate buttons at the right time, and the highest scoring player at the end wins. This one is quite fun, requires good timing, and is even fun to watch given how elegant it is. Again. Last but not least, 11th place is triple jump. 8 players take turns getting the crowd to applaud them for extra motivation, running to build up momentum, then making 3 consecutive jumps, and finally landing on a sand trail. The farthest jumper after 3 tries wins. Side note, they can only use the applause boost for 1 try. This one is fun and somewhat challenging and requires good timing. I'm starting to notice a theme here. Finally, number 1. You probably already know what it is, so I'm gonna skip the intro. It's none other than Rugby Sevens. In this event, 2 teams of 7 are playing rugby. In case you don't know how rugby works, teams must get a football-shaped ball to the other team's goal to score points. To do so, they have 2 possibilities. One is to run the ball there and score a try, which is worth 5 points. And after scoring a try, players can kick the ball through the goalpost to score a conversion, which is worth 2 additional points. The closer the try was to the goalpost, the easier it'll be to score the conversion. The other option is to kick the ball through the goalpost, without the need for a try, resulting in a drop goal, which scores 3 points. So, yeah, there are quite a few ways to score on offense, but as for defense, players can tackle opponents to steal the ball from them, and, well, actually, that's about it. However, players holding the ball can dodge these tackles by jumping, which will reward them with a dash. This event is mucho loco fun, and basically, a combination of 2 of my favorite sports, soccer and football. Lo siento to non-Americans who that may have confused. Also lo siento because that's all I can really say. Short, sweet, and to the point. Rugby Sevens is easily my number 1 favorite Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games event of all time. Bocado Olímpicos! So there you have it, my top 10 Bocados Olímpicos of all time. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. Muchas gracias for watching. See you next time. Mikoro Glyscore 472, out.